Alright, we're back with some more football manager, and we're going to play Burnley. I played so many games. The Burnley men are not very awesome this year. They did make the Premier League, but they, like, in the championship last season, I think they had 10 goals against all season or something. Like, they were supremely awesome at parking the freaking bus. Their games were so boring to watch, and they would win 1-0 or something like that. Surprise, that doesn't work well in the Premier League, where people are really good at what they're doing. So yeah, it looks like they've got under 21s have developed a lot of. What the heck? No, who's Garrett? What? They want me to put a 16-year-old on the. I'm like, who are these people? It's because it's been 4 days since the last game, so our squad's a little tired. But look at these people. League Cup match. They want us to play this group of 16-year-olds. I don't even recognize most of these people. 16. Gallardi's not tired. Should I say, do you guys want to see a comedy show? Like, should I see if this group of people can win a game? This is suggesting there's relationships between these people. That's impossible because Barry plays on the on the senior team. Eilenberg played recently. I kind of want to see if this would work. I'll accept the victory if we win, but I'm going to replay it if we don't. This is hilarious. Yeah, just throw a bunch of 16-year-olds out there. What could go wrong? This would be amazing. So this is League Cup, eh? They're in the WSL 2. So I guess it's saying we could play our worst team. Then we play Chelsea. Three days later. I think I want to try this. This is your assistant manager. I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens. We only had 2 players called up for international duty. Is it under 21s or something? I think a number of our players probably just played. Yeah, this must be under 19s or something. Yeah, under 19s, okay. More of our players would be called up for the main teams. Okay, so let's go to matchday tactics and see how many of our people are in good shape. Okay, so Baxter is completely injured. Remove. Why did you suggest they be on the team here anyways? Look at how bad these people are. This is just hilarious. And then I did quick pick and I just put my top 11 on the field. We do have that game in 3 days though. Against Chelsea. She's on loan or something. She can play. Why is Watson ineligible? Oh, she's on the other team. Isn't Maisling? She's on loan to Bristol City, but she can play for us here. That's a bit weird. Let's put Kitching there. Oh, no, she's on the field already. And again, this is just a test. I just want to see. Pick. Here we go. Confirm. I don't like how that displays. And we'll get some of our regulars on the bench. This is just a dumb test. Like, these. Are we good enough to beat Burnley with these people on the field? That's hilarious. Chelsea won Manager of the Month. I'm not sure why. We outscored Chelsea. Under 19s again. Everyone's happy because we're doing quite well. Yeah, they're unhappy, but we've been down this road with Izzy before and she just doesn't get highlights in the WSL. She rips the WSL 2 apart, but the WSL is a step above, a big step. So this is just a kind of joke game. I don't really like giving the never press Oh, like these people played in the under 21s. It shouldn't, like, if you're using them in your game, they shouldn't be on the field. Like, I'm gonna have to make a sub already. That's another 16-year-old replacing her, though, so it's fine. Test is still valid. No, Gonzalez is our normal left wing. We really came together. Did you see how, like, 5 players tackled that one player with the ball? 60. That's little kids in a nutshell. That's what you have to teach your kids if they're playing football or hockey or whatever. Oh, Gonzalez. Well, I mean, she's a senior. Oh, we get a highlight with our 16-year-olds. Mapone is still on the field. Kitching plays the ball over. Taylor brings it down. That's one of the things they adjusted as well, as players heading the ball down to themselves instead of just heading it away all the time, which is something that happens in football, is you head the ball down to yourself, right? Great move. Pierce scores. Now, Pierce is a senior, but she's a sub. So there you go. We're 11 minutes in, 1 up on Burnley. I left it on attacking because, well, a highlight right off the hop. I'm not a fan of that. If this works, that'd be great because, it is Burnley. They're not very good. But, I have Chelsea coming up in a couple days, so a lot of my team would be rested. If we get up like 3 goals or something, I might even sub Gonzalez off and put somebody else there. Just to give her a bit more rest. And there's Roberts. Ooh, Gonzalez. What's her heading? I don't remember. 10. Yeah, okay. That means there's something like a 25% chance that she heads it at the net. It's not half. It's not like 10 is half. It's less than that, but I'm not sure what the number is. She had a clear header at net there. And Kitchen got injured. Now, we'll just put Purvis there. Why not? Kitchen getting injured is a big deal because she is on my team, I think. Oh no, Barry. Yeah, it's Barry and McInnes. So there's a giveaway by Gonzalez, of all people. Just keep her to the outside. Good. That was great defense. That's what you're supposed to do, is just push them so that they don't get a good shot at net. And the best players will still maybe score a goal, but most of the time it makes them flub up like that. And we're really taking it to them. It would be just like the AI to score on their one shot on net, though. And having Roberts on the field here with all the 16-year-olds is a little cheaty, because Roberts is a very good player and she rarely fucks up. It's just she gets blasted because she's not very fast sometimes. So, ooh, that was a beautiful shot. That was a good save. Not a lot happening in the game, and there's nothing you can yell when you're up 1-0, like I've said before. At least that I'm familiar with. Kogel will have to come off. You can put just about anyone there. AMC is a very forgivable position. Thanks for that highlight. We'll see how much rest she gets at halftime. We can probably get 15 minutes out of her. I do think I want to get Gonzalez and Barry off the field, though. And Eilenberg. Good control there by Gonzalez. Taylor, Kogel, Barry missed the net. I think at 65 I will take my mains off the field. Here we go. Gonzalez can come off for anyone who can cross the ball. Let's see who can cross the ball. Jones, who plays, but 30 minutes today is not going to make her tired for the next game. Wing back right, Gilmore is a sub. And I want Barry off. And Barry's playing the striker role, which just basically anyone can play. It's tough to be a good striker, but... Well, I want to get Eilenberg off. Oh, what am I going to do here? Eilenberg is in good shape. I can't make any more subs. Okay, well, everyone's finishing the game. Like I said, this is just a fun test. Oh my god. We need goal line tech. I feel like that was in the net. No, I'm not going to tell Barry to shoot less often. I think she's fine. This might happen. I don't want to say too much because, you know, jinxing it. We started with the ball here, which is normally a recipe for disaster. Callie's a good player, so she's probably not going to fuck this up too bad. In fact, she's going to put us up 2-0. I can finally praise. Yeah, what a play by her. She is right-footed, so she came on to her right to make a good shot there. Very nice goal. Barry being that is a bit concerning. And we'll see how injured Kitching is. So it worked kind of. I did end up having a couple players on the field that I'm going to need in a few days. Let's go here, match day tactics. And did I save my... I think the quick pick does a reasonable job there. So she is injured. I'm gonna leave her on the field for now. And they always like having a goalie sub. Frankly, I'd never do that. So these are my normal subs except Kana. Who is an AMC. So I'd probably play her if Kitching can't play. So we'll keep her on the bench there. Or who's better? Crooks. But I have to go to Islandberg, and I just have to say training intensity, no pitch or gym work for 2 weeks. I'm going to give her some time off. Kitching played. She's injured, so she's not doing this anyways. But yeah, so you can't change that. Who else played? Barry, who would normally play here instead of Kitching. So yeah, I don't like the way this displays. Come on. And we're gonna put Barry in actually for that. And I'll get some other sub if Kitching is good to go. Well, that kind of it worked, but only because Burnley sucks. I'll never do that again. A lot of people just made their professional debut. So, just a couple days left, and we're playing Chelsea. And boy, this match could be important later. Only to win the league, I guess. Let's see who this crazy person is suggesting we play. They want Kitching, Taylor instead of Islandberg. That's a reasonable thing. I see how Islandberg is doing. And is Kitching ready? We'll see. Should I say that? Because I deserve to win. We're the team that just came up, and we outscored Chelsea. We beat Man City. It's not like we just feasted on the crappy teams in the league. So I'm not going to be. That's not my personality. I would just say that in real life. Let's see what we can do. Nope. That's a pretty well-rounded character for level. I wonder if she's on the. She's not on the Wonder Kid list, but yeah, not with that kind of money. It feels like we've played a lot of games away. So let's go to tactics and see what we've got going on for people in shape. So Kitching is just fit, which means we want to keep her on the bench. But Taylor for Islandberg. She's a star player, but she did play in that last game. You can sit star players out occasionally. We'll keep the leash on tightly and sub her off probably after 50 minutes or something, 60 minutes. And get Taylor on the field. Alright. Can we beat Chelsea? We beat Man City, which was a fucking surprise, so let's see what happens here. I'll go on defensive again. Okay, we're going to defensive. Sam Kerr, oh my god. Yeah, I forgot. One of the best players in the world, they've got their own Gonzalez. They do have an injured player on the field. This is turning into a beginning game highlight, and they could score in the first minute. Oh my god. Surely that's the end of the highlight. They're not going to get two supreme chances on net at the first instance, are they? It looks like they are. And Lauren James, another world-class player. So they have two. I don't recognize the rest of the names. That doesn't mean they're not world-class players. It's just... We will have some world-class players. We're just not there yet. It's too early in their careers. There's a Wonder Kid though with the ball, playing give and go with another Wonder Kid. Getting it over, King Gonzalez. McInnes, you have 16 finishing. That was not just over, that was like 15 feet over the net. Oh, and another highlight right away. Oh my god, no game. I don't like that. And Jones, that was your player. Why are you up where Cordolino should have been covering that person? Ooh. They are really taking it to us. But that's what defensive is for. And you just have to have the quality finishing. Like we already had that McInnes chance and it didn't go. This is a journey one. Great ball to Cordolino. She's got a couple people she can pick and she doesn't pick anyone and tries to score instead. God damn it. You got to play that in. You're not going to score from there very often unless you're a really great shooter, and she's not a really great shooter. She has had some luck in the game so far, but yeah, 10 finishing, I would not try and make that shot if I was her. Looks like people are not happy to be on the field or whatever. Yeah, Gonzalez is, I'm going to need to watch her. Great save. Oh, Sam Kerr picked up an injury. That's part of getting stuck in. You go in hard on your checks. So they have 2 injured people on the field. Nonetheless, Gonzalez is going to give the ball away. And Lauren James is going to light us up because she is a world-class player. And Barry and Kerr is completely down. Did we take her completely out of the game? Yep. Get stuck in, overperform. We just took a world-class player off the field. She's still on the field. She needed that water sprayed on her ankle or whatever. Always press. No, she's fast enough that she can blitz past you if you press her too hard. Wow, it's rare for us to get dominated like this. Like even Man City, we put up a equal fight. But they do have 2 world-class players on the field, and we don't have any world-class players yet. And there's 2 world-class players linking up, and she doesn't do a world-class player shot at net there, though. Chelsea are in their groove. Yes, they are. What are you doing? This can't be happening in the match engine, right? Like, you're supposed to make yourself available for a pass, not whatever the fuck that was. And you forced the goalie to kick the ball down the field, which could have easily bit us in the ass. It's hard to believe we're getting out of this. Well, maybe not. I was just going to say, getting out of this at a draw, but anything could happen. Alright, I get to rage on my team. You can see they're all happy. Get out there and play football. But seriously, we shouldn't be getting blitzed like that. Okay, not sure what happened there. Well, it wasn't a highlight. That's just the beginning of the... They kept their injured people on the field. I wonder how many games they played recently. Maybe they don't have a good choice to take people off. Good coverage in the box. This is a player that we're supposed to go hard in on, so I would have liked to see McInnes just go in there and slide tackle her. Well, they got so many chances on that same highlight. So that sucks. Whatever, anyways. It's unlikely we're going to beat Chelsea to begin with, but yeah. We could have had a goal similar to that, except Cordellino took a shot at net instead of passing the ball over. There's no reason for Sam Kerr to get that ball. We had 3 players there. It looks like the floodgates might open here. One of the other things they said they'd change is for players dribbling with the ball to do a 180 and pass the ball back instead of just run into somebody like Cordellino just did there. It's like we don't challenge for the ball. It's crazy. I'm going to sub Gonzalez. No reason for us to keep suffering with somebody on the field that is not going to be making the choice. So I'm going to swap Cordellino there, and then I'm going to take Gonzalez and put Roberts on. Roberts can cross the ball. And then I'm going to let this take effect, and this has worked before. But we just had no chance there. Yeah, so they scored again. Whatever. Anyways, I don't need to watch that. Friendly rival? What kind? We just got promoted. Sunderland women's team has never been in the WSL, I don't think. What kind of rivalry would we have with Chelsea? We're not facing the manager. They have world-class fucking players on the field. Why can't I just say they have too much talent? I'm giving all credit to the manager. Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah. How surprising. Lauren James. It's not fair. Yeah, they're always going to have... I wonder how they're doing in the real WSL. I haven't looked at it because Sunderland women's team is not in the WSL, so I haven't paid attention to it. But that 3 points, that sucks. Man United has world-class players on it as well. They're not going to be easy to beat. But Man City had world-class players. And oh, they lost again. Man City lost again. We might have started a trend for Man City. Villa lost, so Man United came up. They haven't been scoring a lot. Anyways, the next game's in 2 weeks because there's a small international break. And yeah, doing the instant result is not fun to watch or anything, but at the same time, when they were starting to just put the ball in the net, whereas we had good defense in the first half, for example, and they just turned it on in the second half. And we were always going to lose that game, almost certainly. So that's tough. We play Arsenal next. Not going to be easy. None of these games are going to be easy, but Arsenal is a good team. Also, Liverpool. Did we beat Liverpool? No, Liverpool is probably going to beat us too. I feel like I lost 1-0 to Liverpool last year or something. Yeah, it's not going to be easy, but if I can finish, I don't think I'm going to stay here. Like, it's almost impossible. There's just too many. Oh, Liverpool sucks. There's too many good teams, and my team is better than last time I was here, so I'm not saying it's impossible. We did finish 7th, I think, or 8th last time with a less talented team than what I have now. And if we're in the top 6 by January, I might be able to talk to some of these people, right? Like, she's dubious, but she only has 7 heading. No. But her finishing is 18. So she doesn't, like, finishing is 18 and she's 21 years old. Dubious means she would sign. Would she get a work permit? I can't sign her till January, but 18 finishing. The best in the world for Wonder Kids, right? Which means she's going to be 20 by the time she's like 27 or whatever. She's going to be one of the greatest finishers in the world. So what if she can't jump? Pass the ball to her, she's going to put it in the net. She could be the Wonder Kid that replaces McInnes. Or just moves Barry back out to the wing as a sub. Or I could trade Cordolino. Sell. You don't trade players in the... Like, when you sell a player, you sign another player, so it's kind of like you're doing a trade. It's just through a third-party broker system. Whereas in the NHL, it's a direct trade thing. Olympic hockey is on now, and it's okay. It's really disappointing as a Canuck fan, Vancouver Canucks, because Bo Horvat used to be our captain. We traded him for some magic beans. Ended up being Hronek, who's a decent player, but now we lack center depth. So Horvat scores for Canada. PD scored 2 goals for Sweden, but he has just been playing bad for the last year and a half. And part of the reason why we're going into a rebuild is because he's played like crap. Except at the Olympics, he's just on fire. Now, of course, you're playing with other world-class players at the Olympics, so it's a little easier to score goals when you're... We don't really have good wingers to play with PD. Well, we have DeBrusque, but Besser was a bad signing. We don't... You need somebody on that first... On every line in hockey. I don't know why I'm talking about hockey. Stop the video now if you don't care. On every line, you need a forechecker, like a good player to get in fast on the forecheck. And DeBrusque doesn't really do that. Petey doesn't do that. He doesn't have the foot speed for that either. And Besser certainly doesn't. So they don't, when they have to dump the puck in, there's no one to go get it. So yeah, it's just whatever. Anyways, the Olympics is kind of frustrating to watch because you see the team, your players that are not on your team anymore at the Olympics and playing well, or the players on your team that are not playing well at the Olympics. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating. Anyways, my fixture schedule here is a little wonky. So I've got why does it scroll, like, why does it start down here? It doesn't show where you're at. So we have 13 days to prepare for Arsenal, which was supposed to be our first game. It was supposed to be on the 5th or something of September. Oh no, it was supposed to maybe be in between these two games. There was no international break or something here. Yeah, so it was supposed to be the 10th or 11th or whatever, a week before this probably, so the 12th, except it got moved because it was on TV. So yeah, that's frustrating that now we have 2 games in 4 days instead of a week between games over there. Like, no games for 13 days and then 2 games in 4 days. The women only play, if you play everyone twice, home and away. And they only play 22 games, but they crush them all together. And the League Cup, you play 3 games no matter what. I kind of don't, like, this season is too important to do well so that we can sign players. Winning the League Cup but finishing 8th is not going to help us. Getting into the next round of the League Cup is not going to help us sign players. If we're tired when we play teams like Chelsea, for example. That's not why we lost to Chelsea, but it didn't help that we had a couple players that played the game before and were probably really tired at the end of that game. We did escape mostly by playing 16-year-olds against Burnley, though, so this could have been worse. This could have been a lot worse. But yeah, I don't we're going to go to Liverpool a little bit tired. And then here again. And here again. And here. That's 3 games in a week. That's brutal. Do I really want to go on with the League Cup? Throwing games in here? But even without the League Cup, we have this. Another 3 games in a week. With the 3rd game being Man City. Thank you very much. Another 3 games in a week. What is with this schedule? Do women really do this? This rarely happens to the men. Is this what the WSL actually does? Don't you want to see good football? Why would you do this? Finishes early May? Couldn't you just extend it just a bit? What, is the World Cup qualifying? Is qualifying that goes on. But you lose all of April basically to international. I don't know. This feels wrong. That one's not bad. But this is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. So we have 3 times where we have 3 games in a week. Does that really happen? Anyways, that's it for today. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let's get Sunderland women some love on YouTube. I think I'm the only one playing them, so at least posting it anywhere. And I haven't actually seen any YouTube channels playing the women's teams. I hope that they don't take this as a message that they should not have women in the game. Yeah, I'm a little surprised there hasn't been more love for this. Just feels like there should, if you're frustrated with how the game plays because you're so used to, and the UI is unintuitive, it's bad, it's made for consoles, which is stupid. Have one for console. Is it really that? Like I've said before, Star Trek Online has a UI for consoles and one for PC, and they're wildly different. Football Manager has more players, I'm pretty sure, than Star Trek Online, because this is a worldwide game. Maybe not this year because they don't have international management in the game. What a bad idea. What a bad idea. And people don't log in to play this game. It's a single player game. Maybe they can read the stats off of Steam or something if it spies on you, but I turn off Steam overlay and everything, so I'm not sure Steam tracks the game, like the teams I play. So I don't know how they would know that international management is not a big thing. Are they basing that off people presenting on YouTube or Twitch? Because this game sells around the world. And not having all of the leagues that they had in 24 was bad. Now, it took them a little while to work out some of the rights to, like, they have to negotiate licenses with those people, but that's mostly for the kits and the faces and stuff, so I don't know what kind of license deal you need just to have the team and the players if you're not using their faces and the official kits maybe or whatever. I don't know what kind of license deal there was you need for that. But yeah, not having the international management. But if you're having problems with the game as it's presented this time, and it is a console game, it looks similar, but it's got like a weird undead version of the previous iteration of the games. I get that. So do something different. Play the women's team because it's a different experience. It's a different level of play. I have a tall player who can jump and doesn't score any headers off corner kicks. That doesn't happen in the men's game. If you have a tall player who can jump, they're way more aggressive than the women, I guess, and they're going to go get the ball. And, like Virgil van Dijk scored a header against Sunderland men's team as we lost 1-0 to Liverpool. Oh, that's where I was. I was like, didn't we lose 1-0 to Liverpool? I swore I remembered losing 1-0 to Liverpool recently. A couple days ago, the Sunderland men's team in real life. So I internalize what the Sunderland men do so deeply that I felt like it happened to me in this game. Yeah. And I even talked about it last episode or whatever. I'm sure I lost to Sunderland, to Liverpool. So yeah, anyways, like and subscribe, leave a comment. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.